Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
I absolutely love Miley Cyrus.
Give me some sugar.
Say hello.
I see you coming down the
What's
aisle.
up there, call boys?
Break me in the mouth. Yes.
You have failed.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Call Guys podcast. I'm Gunner, also known as Chico Noise, 3-time podcast host. And alongside me, as always, it's my good friend, Juan Keel for 3. And this is Certified Rotten. I don't even know what part Certified Rotten this is. I don't know if I've given it part numbers, but alongside us for hopefully every Certified Rotten from here on out, it's the Skywalker.
That's me.
That's me.
Why do you think that's what you've been chosen to be a part of? Is just bad movies?
I love sci-fi B movies. I assume that has something to do with it. I miss when sci-fi had like the sci-fi produced B movies, man. Those were the bomb.
I mean, what'd you think? I mean, they bombed, but what do you think of They Live? Did you like that movie? I can't remember.
It's all right. It's not. I've watched it.
Is it? Would you give it cult classic status?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
I think so
fits
too.
that criteria for cult classic. 100%.
I agree.
I'm trying to think because the movie we're talking about tonight has a connection to Tremors, and I can't remember if it's the writers or some of the producers. It's not Sonnenfeld.
Takes place in the desert.
Practically a Western.
Oh gosh, it's probably a Western in your book.
Yeah.
Is this an action movie?
Action sci-fi Western, yeah. It's Back to the Future 3. This movie is Back to the Future 3. There's a train. It's in the West. Crazy scientist. Back to the Future 3.
So many, so many. Okay.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
What's
That's
up?
too funny.
How's it going, guys? How's your week going? Skywalker?
It's all right, man. It's I've been busy. Been up to our Elkhart plant a couple times this week, just replacing old computers. So it's always fun to go up there and hang out.
Nice. Good old Elkhart. Good
Elk
old
City.
Elk. The city of Elks.
I drove up to Bristol today for lunch because they
Ooh,
just
where'd you eat in Bristol?
they just opened a new Mancino's.
Oh,
And it's an
Mancino's the
actual
bomb.
Samuel Mancino's, which we don't have in this area anymore. They closed them all down.
Yeah, that one in Napanee was really good.
Yeah.
They gone.
But it was good. It was like, the ones grandma used to take us to, man. Tasted just like it. I'm pretty sure I saw Bev there, actually.
That is the restaurant choice for grandma.
Yeah.
Even the non-Samuel ones, she still goes to those, I think.
The one in Plymouth just doesn't hold up for me. I don't know. Not my favorite one.
Yeah. You ever been to Mancino's, Colton?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but I've been to them. We didn't go to a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a real big staple for us to go to.
There was the one right up in Bago, right next to Jimtown that we used to go to all the time.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Yeah. Well, it was in like right next to a factory.
It was right next to Thor.
Yeah, that's right.
Forest River, Thor, one of the two.
One of the two. Yeah, I don't know which one, but
That was a good
Harvey.
one for a long
It was.
time. The last time I was up there, it was absolutely horrible.
Oh
That's about
my.
right. Cole, what about you?
You man still celebrating the
I
playoff
can
championship
tell. I can
high.
tell. Yeah.
Still on one. Let me tell you, still pumped. We just had the NBA draft last night. You're welcome because it's usually a one night event on a Thursday, which would have been this Thursday, but they switched it up and they moved it to a 2 night event. And opening night, first round was yesterday, and they started the second round at 4 o'clock today. So
Over.
it is over. So you've got my undivided attention. We drafted 2 guys and not a very good pick spot because, since we won, we're in the back. But the guy we drafted has a story that in the 5th grade, his PE teacher had to have a sit down with him and his parents and talk about how he was overly competitive and how that was a problem. And I'm like, okay, I think I like this guy.
That's a problem.
Not to me.
I said, was he knocking people down? Was he?
I don't need to know details. I don't want to know details. In the 5th grade, your PE teacher is calling your parents and saying, hey, your kid's too competitive. I think I want that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
good
I don't
draft.
know. We don't need anybody in the draft. We got 6 guys. We got 6 of our top 6 rotation guys coming back. It's going to be tough. The only thing that's going to beat us next year is injuries and complacency. So I think this group of guys wants to prove that they're not a one-hit wonder and they want to be known as one of the great what's cores ever. Like I think they want to try to win 3. I think they want to win 3 in a row. 3 in a row. It's a little bit different in the NFL than it is in the NFL, and it's compared to the NFL and the NBA. It's about, if you want to be really, really known legacy wise, it's winning them back to back to back to back. Where I feel like in the NFL, it's more based off your quarterback. Everybody
And how
cares
many
about
rings?
that. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be over a certain amount of time.
Yeah. And it could be whenever. But in the NBA, it's the team thing. Like if you want to be known for a legacy for a team that was dominant, it's how many did you win in a row? Or did you control the decade like the Lakers and Celtics back in the 80s where those 2 teams won all but 3 or 2 championships in 10 years? Like that's a pretty good run. So I think that's what they're going for. I think they're trying to prove that they're not a fluke or anything. So they want to go back to back. Him money wise, from the team salary cap wise, we can do that next year. The year after is where it's going to get a little dicey.
Gonna get dicey for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. What about you, brother?
Oh well, not a whole lot going on, which is good. Just kind of hanging out, doing stuff around the house. Off to Grand Rapids this weekend.
Oh, what for?
Going to the zoo.
Oh, the zoo. I've been to that zoo.
Yeah,
Neat zoo.
you've been to the John Ball Zoo. Yeah, I've heard it's nice. So
It's neat.
yeah, and small, but
Yep.
we're gonna go up there, stay in the hotel, come back Sunday.
Nice. What for? What are you going for?
No particular reason.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Cool,
Actually, we're celebrating
cool.
we're celebrating the, let's see, what would it be? 25-year reunion or 25-year release of Wild Wild West on Sunday.
No, you're not.
Uh,
I doubt
Maybe I am.
you watch that movie again.
Maybe I will.
I'm excited for this topic because I
Yeah,
feel like
I am too. I
it's
am
gonna
too.
be it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited. No, my birthday's on Sunday, so we're gonna go up there and hang out.
Happy belated birthday, brother.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, past Sunday. This comes out on Monday. the 1st. Hope everybody's prepped and ready for the 4th. Ready for a short week of work.
Sure, we
Can't
can
believe-
work.
Can't believe it's already July.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
no
flying by.
joke.
Yeah, I'm assuming you work on Friday, Colton.
Yeah.
You're a real man.
Ugh.
I'll send you snaps of me sitting at home.
Oh,
Oh
hey, let's go
my.
golfing. I'm off on Friday.
Let's just go up to the Colton's parking lot and just hit golf balls.
I'll come out and hit golf balls. I'll hook the shop phone up to my waist and I'll just start taking cuts
There you go.
till the
All right,
phone rings.
let's do it.
Oh
Let's do it.
my. I mean,
Yeah.
but I think I'm ready to announce my hidden news that you wanted me to talk about last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. Because I've got some interesting for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't have a set list.
Oh geez. So you don't know the order.
I know
Or the-
absolutely nothing.
That sounds like a great
We are 6
well
days out
prepared.
from
Well prepared.
I don't know what expectations are, but I came in with, extremely low expectations. Now it is, I don't even know why I'm showing up now.
What is the Whopper man doing?
I have no clue, man. There's still time for some practices. So yeah, for those out there who haven't guessed yet, I have got my first gig, July 3rd. So pretty excited, pretty nervous. Wish I knew what I was playing.
Just
Hopefully by the
mute,
hopefully
mute the
by-
bass.
hopefully by the time this comes out, I'll have a list and at least an idea. But we're playing for like 2 hours.
Hey, my best piece of advice I can give you:
What's up?
don't eat before you go play.
Okay.
I've never, anytime we've gigged, I have never eaten before we've played, and I think it just helps. Because yeah,
So I was never like a person that would eat before a basketball game or practice, like anything like that. If I'm going out to perform, I can't eat.
yeah, it's something about it. It's like it almost makes me sick to think about eating before I go and touch an instrument. I don't know.
Hmm.
I think Dad's the same way. I don't think he'll eat before he plays either.
I just drink a lot of beer. You all right?
Fill up on it.
Oh my.
When we used to play college house parties, I'd be pretty much sloshed by the time I got behind the kit. And everything sounded good at that point. So now when we played the bars, I didn't get it. I didn't do that, but I'd have a couple beers or free beers on the house, which was always nice. So yeah, Colton playing a gig July 3rd.
Awesome. That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be something now.
I'm excited to go and listen.
Just remember, bring your own cooler, brother.
Yep. I told you I'm bringing the keg in the back of the car. Keg stands.
I'd come out.
Keg stands. Yeah. So nothing else going on? Just chill. Nothing.
Oh
You both look like you're ready to take a nap right now.
dude, man. I don't know. I mean, I stayed up for the draft last night because we picked last. So the night before, I watched this movie.
Was it a good one?
I mean, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I wanna tell Skywalker, did you watch it last night?
I started it yesterday and I finished it this afternoon.
So you started it last night?
He's the culprit then.
Yep. I was about 20 minutes left in the movie and it kicked me off. It was like somebody else is watching this title. I was like, it's either Colton or Skylar.
Sorry,
Somebody
bud.
stole it.
I was considerate. Okay. I watched it all the way through Tuesday night and then rewound it to the part where it stopped.
You took it back to my 44 minutes in because it took me well, technically it took me 3 days to watch it because I got kicked off last night, but
You
yeah,
should
it-
text me. I only
Oh,
had
no,
it
it's-
on for maybe 15 minutes while she was putting Sore to bed. So
nah, you're good. It was all good. I got it finished. I actually rewatched the last 35 minutes of it today, so that was great. All right, so let me hit this email because we got a long one from ISOCAM replying to
Mm.
last week's last week's episode. He did send us 2 emails. ISO, listen, the first email we'll cover episode 129 when you come on for that episode. We'll have a nice discussion. A real nice discussion.
Good luck.
Good luck. But he did send us his top 10 Marvel movie list and his top 5 Marvel TV show list. So here you go. Starting at number 10. He's got Ant-Man. He says, I know most people hate all the Ant-Man movies, but I enjoyed the first and haven't enjoyed a single one since. Is number 9, Iron Man 2008. I'm a sucker for building suits. I'm not the biggest Iron Man fan, but this movie was good. He's got number 8, Shang-Chi. I love this movie. It was different to see, and I honestly had never heard of Shang, but wow, what a badass. Number 7, he's got Spider-Man Homecoming, Tom's first run at it, and he just keeps moving up. Number 6, Black Panther. Maybe a little bit of a nostalgia pick, but I feel like they nailed the Wakanda culture and casting throughout. Number 5, Thor Ragnarok. To be honest, probably one of the only Thor films I enjoy. Thor 1's pretty good. Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This movie was it. The Guardian movies just keep on coming strong. Number 3, Spider-Man Far From Home. Love seeing Mysterio get the respect he deserves and love seeing Tom just keep getting better. Number 2, Infinity War. Yes, I definitely cry. Spidey turning to dust, Wakanda battle, amazing Thor entrance. And without War Machine's air support, they lose that battle even worse. And then there's number 1, Civil War. This movie was peak Marvel. That's all he has to say. What do you think? You agree? Disagree? Any goods, bads?
Skylar, do you have no, I'm not too upset with this whole list. I don't think it's terrible. I mean, he didn't pick any of the newer stuff, so that's probably for the best.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's all early. Well, Shang-Chi's the newest movie on here.
I thought it
No,
was
about Guardians,
Guardians
yeah.
Volume
Yep.
3. That seemed a bit high. I don't know if it was that good, but um, yeah, no, I don't disagree with these movies. I think I saw a point on number 10 with Ant-Man. I think I kind of did like the first Ant-Man. Um, I don't think it's that bad. I thought I think it's just Paul Rudd being Paul Rudd at that point in time.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in my top 10 least favorite movies.
Oh, it's definitely closer. It's definitely closer to top 10 than worse than the
Yeah,
bottom
yeah,
top 10.
yeah.
Skywalker, do you have any Marvel movies you enjoy? Top 3 off the top of your head, maybe?
Man, so I'm gonna go Endgame at 3. Bawled my eyes out at the end. Um,
As you should.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Far From Home at 2. Iron Man at 1.
Decent.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
The thing is, even when phase 1 through 3 were coming out, I dropped Marvel. It was too much to keep up with, and I didn't have the time for it. So Jess went back after Infinity War came out and rewatched all of them, and I kind of watched them with her when I had time. But I haven't watched anything since Far From Home. I just there's no reason to. The
You're okay.
Endgame put a great cap on the Marvel verse, and I'm done. I don't need it.
Wise man.
Yeah. Yep. We're taken from a pile of trash right now. So I mean,
I listened to your guys' Marvel recap today, and I was like, yeah, I don't know how you guys do this. I don't even watch Star Wars anymore, and I'm a huge Star Wars nerd.
I am enjoying
What
the
happened?
Acolyte.
I don't know how. We got to talk about that because I got to know how.
There's nobody else liking it.
I don't know anybody. You are the only person that I know who has said they like it.
Oh man, I'm enjoying it. We're 5 episodes in. I've liked
Now,
everything so far.
now, Skylar, I got to know, why have you dropped Star Wars?
It's the same argument. It's quantity over quality.
Mm.
They haven't put anything quality out. I liked Obi-Wan. it was fun. It was campy. But
Mm.
yeah, everything else kind of been garbage.
Yeah, Andor.
It was just okay. I mean, it
Hmm.
was like it was fun. I liked the tie-in because I liked Rogue One. Um, but yeah, it's just not. I don't like the way that Disney's taken that whole franchise and run with it and honestly kind of ruined it.
Oh, I agree. They have literally they are ran. I think they've ran a lot of things into the ground just because of the simple fact of quantity over quality. And I don't I don't know, man, because I don't know if I'm going to be as excited to want to go see the new Star Wars movie because they'll make one on Christmas Day because that seems to be what they've been doing. I don't know if I want to go see it.
I like their one-off movies. Rogue One.
Do you like Solo?
I liked the Solo movie.
I do too.
It was fun. But
Underrated.
they need to stop. They just need to stop.
Same for Marvel.
What?
I
You
mean,
mean
it's
they need to
literally.
come up with something original?
I think that's
I
why
thought
I
that's
like
what
Acolyte so much, though. And we'll
I
talk
don't
about it in the future. But
I don't even want original. Just go back and retell the original the gosh, what do they call it?
the prequels.
Legacy.
The legacy canon. The George
Oh,
Lucas canon. Because it was good. There wasn't a story that, was put out with the original Star Wars that I didn't really, really love. The books, the games, everything. And Disney killing off that canon just ruined the whole verse.
You
Strong
ruined it,
opinion.
Disney. Mickey Mouse, what are you doing?
Yeah. But Kingdom Hearts, that's where Disney's gone right.
In their world.
they're not getting any of my. They're not getting any of my anything out of my pocketbook anymore. So
Dang. Not even Disney Plus.
yeah, okay. So William, well, I don't know what William would do,
Exactly.
but they're not getting the clicks. They're not getting the clicks.
They get a click every time you click on a TV show for your son to watch.
Yeah, but I'm not watching anything Star Wars with my kid,
No,
let alone anything Marvel.
just wait. It'll come.
Yeah.
William, this is called phase 1 through 3.
Oh Lord.
Just stop after this.
Or
I'm
4.
gonna.
4. Phase 1 through 4.
The rest is garbage.
We'll just shut it off after that and be all right.
Cancel the subscription.
And once he finishes all the MCU and all of the good Star Wars, we're just done. But yeah, we'll talk about Acolyte here in a few, well, probably about a month or so. But
Yeah, man, I'm excited to hear what you have to say about it.
As far
okay,
as I know, it's episode by episode. That's everything I've heard about it. Is this episode's really good, but this episode ruins the entirety of everything. But
Yeah.
the episode after it's really good. I don't know. I'm not watching it, so I couldn't tell you.
okay, yeah, it's all right, all right, all right, all right. You ready for the second part of his email? Um, he's got no honorable mentions on movies to shorten the email, so he's going in TV shows. And he says, number 5, I'm ready for the heat with this. Iron Fist. No.
Brother.
No. He says, reminded me of good old Karate Kid. I am a fan. Sorry, Cam. Can't get agree. Can't do it. Can't agree. He's got Defenders at number 4. I also like this show. All I can say, or I don't even know what he put. A B. All I can say. Sure. Number 3, Luke Cage. I like this show and love seeing a show for a personal fave, Power Man. Number 2, he's got Punisher. I'm a sucker for blood and guts. I only cry because it's ended. And the number 1, he's got Moon Knight. Love the history, love the twist, love the suit. As you can see, it's mostly Netflix because I haven't watched most of the Disney. But why would I when I can watch The Boys?
Fair point.
Um, you definitely missed Daredevil. You could definitely take Iron Fist out and put Daredevil in there.
Yeah, I don't know how Daredevil doesn't make that list, but
Mm.
Iron Fist and the Defenders do.
I did. I don't. I guess when we made our TV show list, I wasn't counting the Netflix shows, but now they're canon. So I mean, do you count the Netflix shows?
Okay, what are you gonna put on there?
Daredevil. I probably would. I would put Daredevil in my top 10. I don't know if I'd go. Defenders was all right. Jessica Jones was all right. Luke Cage was all right. Iron Fist was terrible. So there you go. Daredevils. And Daredevil would go in my number one spot.
Exactly. So Daredevil would be the only one that would make it,
Yeah.
obviously.
Exactly. So yeah, there you go. ISO Cam. Thanks for the email. We'll see you in 10 episodes where we talk about your favorite movie of all time. With the Skywalker? Skywalker, you gonna be here for that?
If you want me.
Oh, well, yeah.
Always.
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 Take it. Take it.
Okay. Question of the pod. If you lived in the early to mid 1800s in the Old West, what would you name your horse?
I don't
I don't know. It's just a random question. You're watching the big stigma on this it was that the director wanted it to be a more futuristic Western, right? Like I mean, obviously you get the big thing at the end, but um, so he wanted motorcycles in it, but they were like, "You're not putting motorcycles in this movie. It's not the time period." And then they have this giant spider. But so yeah, so Will Smith gets to ride a horse after they argued about it. So what would you name your horse?
What was Owen Wilson's name in Shanghai Nights?
Uh, it's funny because it's popped up right here. Roy O'Bannon.
Roy O'Bannon.
You're gonna name your
Yeah,
horse
that's
Roy
what I'm
O'Bannon.
naming my horse. Roy O'Bannon.
All right, I'm gonna name mine Chan Wang. No, I was
Oh
thinking,
my.
I was thinking like Rocky or something. Rocky the horse. Come on, Colton, you got something.
Probably go with like Hobblong.
Hobblong. Hobblong. Nice.
Hobblong. Hobblong.
That's a tough
Hobblong.
question, dude. That's a tough question.
Is it a tough question or a dumb question?
It's both.
I thought it was creative.
It's so tough because that's how dumb it is.
It's tough because it's a great question. Great. All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Skywalker, you ready?
think so.
Skywalker did recommend this movie for this episode. When he said it, I was like, yes, this is gonna be a fun one to talk about. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. Came out June 30th, 1999, directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, stars Will Smith, Kevin Kline, Kenneth Branagh, and Selma Hayek, Bolton's favorite, Ted Levine, and a bunch of random Emmett Walsh, who is the oh, I can't remember his name from Mighty Ducks right now, but yeah, he was in Mighty Ducks. But so yeah, this movie, Wild Wild West. Wow, wow, West. Spawn's one of the greatest rap songs ever created.
Oh Lord, come on.
Uh,
Come on now.
All right, boys. Initial thoughts on this rewatch. And then also, when's the last time that you remember watching this movie all the way through?
1999.
I say because
Yeah, I
I
was gonna say
don't.
99 seems right.
I remember some scenes, but I don't remember when the last time I watched this movie was.
That's where I'm at. It's like, it's like I'm watching it. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. Man, I think the only time I've ever seen this movie was right after it came out.
Yeah, it's quite
And
possible.
look at it with child eyes, and you're like, this is great. I love it.
Yeah,
Big mechanical spider.
big mechanical spider. Now, yeah, okay. Let's go initial thoughts before we get into some of the other stuff. But who's that? My initial thoughts. I think it was more of a. Does anybody actually like this movie? I finished it, and I like I told you guys earlier, I finished it today, and it was like the last 30 or 35 minutes, and I'm just watching the end of it, going, man, this could have been way better. There are a lot of things, and Will Smith in his prime at this point, and like some of the actors in this are Oscar winners, right? And this movie is just that cheesy B sci-fi garbage, which not all sci-fi B movies are garbage, but this one I was not super excited about finishing it.
This movie is terrible.
That was your thoughts.
The only thing, you know what the only thing I liked about this movie?
Some hike,
No.
some hikes, but
No. No. Was the opening credits because it was like of a
that was
real
cool.
Western movie.
That was cool.
It really does a good job of setting it up for any real Western fan out there that's like, oh man, this is gonna be like a futuristic, somewhat of a interesting Western movie. And then boy oh boy, that opening scene with the stupid neck collar and the saw blade, I do not understand how that works.
Magnets, man.
Yeah, you think that they had the technology for that?
Hey, it's Western sci-fi. They can do whatever they want.
Good Lord. Oh, lost me. As soon as that happened, I was like, this is not a dang Western movie.
Did you remember any of it? While watching?
Like the movie?
Yeah.
The second time? Oh, yeah. I remember watching the movie. And I remember as a little kid, because I mean, I was 8 when this movie came out. So of course, I definitely watched it with my dad. And you're right. It was peak Will Smith. So anytime Will Smith had a movie drop, it's like, you got to watch it.
That was the only reason this movie, I don't even know what it grossed in the box office, but it's the only reason this movie would have done well at all is having
Oh,
Will
yeah.
Smith. Will Smith's name was on it. Box office to 113.8.
Is that
Um,
domestic?
that is USA, yes. So I don't know what the budget was, but I'm assuming it was more than that for this.
Oh, it had to be.
170 million was the estimated budget.
Yeah, so it didn't even make its money back box office. Skywalker, initial thoughts?
Man, this movie is so bad that I loved it.
Oh,
It's
my. Take it
I
back.
I was sitting there watching it and I was like, the acting is horrible. The the script is atrocious. I love this movie. I enjoyed it. I really did. I think it was fun to go back and watch, but what is what is my tagline on Golden Image? Low
Read with you
Low
later.
low
Oh.
expectations.
Low expectations. You go in with low expectations, you're gonna enjoy life so much more. And my expectations couldn't have been any lower for this movie. So
I walked in with my glass full on this one. I was ready to drink everything in it. I started watching, I was like, I should have shattered this thing.
I think the one thing that I do remember is that there are some really good scenes that I liked, but there are just not enough good scenes in this movie to overcome the terrible everything in it.
Well, let's do favorite scene. Do you have a favorite scene? I have mine, and it comes with my favorite line in this entire movie.
Okay, what's that?
The breath of fresh ass.
Mm.
I laughed so hard out loud, and Sarah was like, "Really?" And a breath of fresh air, yes. But I think anything on the train, to be honest, I think all the
Mm.
gadgets and gizmos, and I thought the train was a cool. Although, I mean, you're traveling across the country on a train. That's not. I mean, just
They're
the
going not
dumbest
only
thing. It's
not
a
only
straight line.
are they traveling on a train, but why are they going out west? To celebrate the train, the railroad coming together to
Yeah,
form a path to there. It's like there's only one place where this train can go.
yeah, exactly.
They don't even spend the first half of the movie in the West. They
No,
spend it in Louisiana
I
and
say they talk about Louisiana. Yeah, yeah,
it's just oh man. Favorite scene though is in Louisiana during the party where Will Smith's character and the main bad guy, which I'm gonna have to look it
love,
up here.
love, love, good, love,
Yeah,
Loveless.
Arliss Lovelace,
loveless. Yeah,
Kenneth Barnog. I can't say his name. But anyway, his those two characters going back and forth at each other, where one is being a complete racist, and Will Smith just keeps firing back short jokes.
yeah.
I laughed at every single short joke he said because I have said every one of those short jokes
Stumps.
before.
Really stumps you.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
I just
Um,
that I just love that interaction. That was one of my favorites.
I'm not too far off from you. I'm the scene where he's talking to the lady and then he bounces on her boobs. He's like, "Your boobs look real nice tonight." And then it flashes to him on the cart and he's trying to talk him out of lynching him.
Out of getting lynched, and he's like,
Yeah.
that's just my native. It's like, oh my gosh.
You get redneck is a great compliment. You get red, that's the color of passion. Neck.
Yes.
Neck. What is there's nothing for neck.
I think they wrote Will Smith's character really well in this. I do. I think. I mean, obviously, since he was going to be the main pull for this, I mean, he was the comedic relief, but also had moments of, being serious. But he also did just play his Will Smith character, right? Like he was loud. He
Mm-hmm.
screamed a whole bunch of stuff, like he always does. He was
Fair.
goofy.
I was gonna say the end scene where he's trying to seduce the Loveless with the
Yeah,
dance.
yeah,
Um an underrated scene that I really liked was when he's at the party and he first goes into the room where Loveless and General Bloodbath were having a discussion, and seeing all the statue the pictures were actually real people. I thought that was a really really cool thing that they added to that scene.
yeah.
And then the rest of the movie happened.
The rest of the movie happened.
I mean,
Um,
they literally in the beginning they go to a brothel and they open a door and you hear a dude and a goat.
yeah. Oh, not that room.
Not that room. What?
I I thought it was hilarious, like the whole cross dressing thing and how that came back later with Will Smith. Like,
Yeah, the good old full circle moment.
yeah, you get that full circle. I mean, you get the full circle with the collars too, but how that comes back and they get trapped in the collars and actually use them to save themselves, which was a good plot point. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, there's not enough good to save the bad in this movie, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no, there's just not. There's just not.
So least favorite scene.
It's the Will Smith coming in as the belly dancer at the end. It I
Uh,
understand why they did it, but I did not like it.
yeah,
And really the whole Loveless character and how ridiculously horny that guy was the entire movie. Yeah, it just kind of grossed me out.
I think we'll get into characters, but um, yeah, about any time he was on screen, I was like, it was a little cringy.
Yeah.
But I think that's the way the movies were at that point, weren't they? All of them.
I mean, yeah, that was like how you knew they had to spell out who the well, they were trying this whole time trying to make it seem like McGrath was the bad dude. And then it
Yeah.
turns out that Lovelace was the dude that was worse than him when he finally, wastes away to bloodbaths men with the tank.
Yeah. I'm
But
talking
yeah,
about
I'm gonna I'm
Foghorn.
gonna I'm gonna piggyback off of Skylar there. That is any scene with Lovelace in it where he had a major role in the scene because I was just like, this dude is just like awful. And I'm not just like character wise, but just everything about him was just terrible. I didn't like his lines. I didn't like how he was portrayed. I don't
The
even know if I
the
like the actor. I
the
just
the terrible
everything.
accent, the
Yes. Oh
like
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah, not great. Not great at all.
What about you, Gunner?
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I agree. I think anything with I don't I'm afraid we're all gonna say he was our least favorite character. So, but if it is, then might as well just speak now. Least favorite character is
Salma Hayek.
oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Salma Hayek. I agree.
Thank you.
She added absolutely nothing to the plot at all.
Oh my gosh.
It was like it was back and forth. It was like she comes into the train and she's like here to help, and then next thing you know, she's back with Loveless, and then next thing you know, she's back with them, and it's like, is she a love interest? Oh wait, I'm actually married to the other guy. Yeah, it was kind of pointless, but
Oh, yeah. Who are you gonna say, Gunner?
I was gonna say Loveless. I just didn't like him. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to Selma Hayek a whole lot in this. I just kind of blanked her out, I guess.
I think I'd rather absolutely hate somebody than realize that there's not a character in the movie.
I agree, dude. It's crazy. I mean, you see her name on something and you're like, "Oh, she's fantastic. She's going to do great." And she had absolutely nothing in this movie. At least with Loveless, there was some kind of plot built into that character and
Well,
he
He had
existed for a
motivation.
reason.
He
Right.
had motivation, real
yeah,
legitimate motivation.
bring back slavery. That was his thing.
I didn't say if it was good or bad.
He's got motivation. He was pretty much the West Hitler, the Hitler of the Wild Wild West.
Okay, let's
Except he didn't have any legs.
Let's just got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
And he had terrible facial hair, so look at that.
And he's missing part of his intestines.
Yeah. Okay.
Gosh,
His
Lord.
reproductive system.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, what about favorite character? Let's get on a good note.
I'm going Will Smith. I'm going what was it, Jim West?
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah. It's hard in this time period to not like Will Smith's acting. The dude, anything he touched in the 90s was gold.
I mean, yeah. Well, so he had Men in Black. He had Independence Day. He turned down The Matrix
Mm-hmm.
because he was offered Neo. Turned that down because he didn't want to be in a sci-fi film. And then he decides, I'm gonna go do a Western sci-fi film.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Big mistake.
Sometimes you make
Huge.
the choices that you shouldn't have made. I don't know what would have happened if he did play Neo. It wouldn't have been nearly as good, I'm sure. But
Man, that's a great
what
debate
if?
question. What
What if?
if?
Yeah.
Because I can't envision him playing that role. How would you have rewritten him?
It changes the whole dynamic of that movie
Mhm.
just because of who Will Smith is as an
What?
actor.
Well, have you guys seen 7 Pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I think of serious role, Will Smith, serious Will Smith, I think of 7 Pounds. And even like that actor, I don't think you could put into the role of Neo because I don't think he has that like I don't think he has that I don't know. I just feel like he's both spectrums. He's either, you know, he's either 7 Pounds Will Smith, who is very, very serious, very, very emotional, or you have, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, you know, and Men in Black Will Smith.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's just when he goes to that middle spot, it's just not a very good Will Smith. And I felt like that was Neo for the most part with Keanu's role, is that he was just pretty much even keeled the whole time for the most part. I
Man,
just I don't think I could imagine him in that role.
Fresh Prince Will Smith is the Will Smith that you want in every role. If you could, the ups and downs of that character, and
I mean, even if you think about his bad boy roles,
yeah,
Yeah, he still brings that hint of comedy to it. I like 7 Pounds and what is it, The Pursuit of Happiness. They're
yeah.
great movies, but they lack that Will Smith feeling that you get with, Fresh Prince, even this movie. There were times where you just know it's Will Smith because that scream or,
Oh well, just take the opening scene when he's in the water tower,
great
right.
scene.
like, and he's making out, and he's looking trying to look through the people, and he just keeps making the kissing noises and smacking his lips, and like, yeah, that was to me that was classic Will Smith there.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
So
I'm
I
actually
just,
watching that scene. I'm like, I feel like this is in another Will Smith movie that I've I've watched.
Man,
oh yeah, it probably is.
Colton, next actor series. Let's do a Will Smith episode. I feel like there's
Yeah, we could
a
do
lot of
that.
great movies out there for Will Smith.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be tough to make a top three
Man,
for.
oh, 100%. Hancock, Hitch, Independence Day, Pursuit of Happiness. Man, there's. Oh, I mean, he was Genie in Aladdin. I mean, even a lot of stuff he does now is not great,
Bad.
but not bad. But so yeah,
Well, he won an Academy Award for that tennis movie, right?
King Richard.
King Richard. There you
Yeah.
go.
yeah, yeah. So let's see. Let's see. We just did favorite character.
I mean, we
Um,
didn't talk about the cast.
we didn't. Did I give my favorite character? Did Colton? Did you give your favorite character? Skylar said Will Smith.
Yeah, no, it's Will Smith. I mean, you go into this movie thinking the best character is going to be Will Smith, and you leave the theater thinking,
The best
why the heck
character
did
was.
why did Will Smith do this movie?
Yes. Ruined his career.
I mean, he's the only one that really went backwards from this movie.
Yeah, I agree.
That's debatable. I mean, this is a pretty star-studded cast at the time, isn't it? You got Kevin Kline, who's
Yeah.
an Oscar winner. They said Kenneth Branagh, even though I'm not 100% sure what he's been in, is
Murder on the Orient Express, King Henry V. He was in Oppenheimer, Death of the Nile,
What did he do
Tenet.
before Wild Wild West, though? Um, I mean, it looks like maybe nothing.
He did
Lots of stuff. Lots of
Hamlet,
random.
Frankenstein. He was Victor in Frankenstein in the 90s. Yeah, I'm running out of things to even say.
We did miss the fact that this is adapted from a TV show. Also, this movie was adapted from like a 1950s or 60s um Western TV show called Wild Wild West. So like you get movies in this 90s period where they're starting to try to take old shows and turn them in like Maverick and the Addams Family and all these things that they're trying to go you take a movie from the show. So here you have these guys that have written this script, 5 years before this, and they're finally getting their opportunity to put it on the big screen, and it just flops. So I have a feeling that a lot of these people that they got as actors and the cast that they did, like these star-studded people, were like, yeah, we'll jump on this because doing this is a hit. Just like remaking animated films right now is a hit. It's the same thing. So a lot of this cast was probably like, yeah, this is gonna be great. People like I think Tom Cruise was suggested um to play Jim West, and I can't remember who. There was somebody else that was suggested to play Artemis. That was a big name.
Hmm.
Oh, it was Clooney. Clooney.
It was Clooney. There you
Yep.
go. I watched that video on it today too.
Yeah, and he turned it down because they wouldn't rewrite the script, and he didn't want to. He wanted to be a funnier character, so
Well, I mean, you keep talking there real quick.
let's go. I know you wanna go over the cast too, so
I mean,
Let's
this is coming hot off the heels of Batman and Robin for Clooney. So
Yeah,
greatest.
dude dodged a bullet. Can you imagine he'd done this movie?
He definitely wouldn't have been in the Flash movie. Uh,
His career would have been over.
goes from fighting Mr. Freeze to fighting a giant spider.
some dude who's got half a body.
Oh man.
Oh my. We got Salma Hayek in it. I mean, obviously.
Rita.
And then after that, man, I mean, Ted Levine is General McGrath, and then everybody else is just kind of people,
Yeah.
you know?
Bailing. Miss East. Saw her butt too. I think one of the biggest things is Kevin Kline actually plays the president and he plays Artemis. Like he plays the two roles in this,
He does.
which is kind of fun because it's like he's playing
He's
Artemis, portraying
portraying.
himself.
Yes.
So that was kind of fun, and they did it really well. I thought, especially having them like side by side and everything. I don't know. I'm assuming they had a
A
stand-in.
double.
Yeah, but
I mean, outside of that, man, I don't know what.
there's not a whole lot.
No.
Not a whole lot. Well, do you guys have anything else you want to hit on?
I mean, this can be a short and sweet episode, brother, because yeah, maybe it's because I talked to some old I don't want to say older people, but some people of a different generation, and they love this movie. They think it's great. And I'm like, how? How is this movie great? And they're like, well, it's a Western. And then they lose all credibility with me.
It's a Western.
Because this is nowhere near a Western at all.
The only thing Western it has going for it is the horses, the desert,
The opening scene.
the opening scene, the opening credits, not the opening scene.
Yes, the opening
scene.
credits.
That opening scene pops up when the guy's getting chased by the
Saw blade.
magnet, the saw blade, and it's like I don't remember this at all. Like I was like, what the heck is going on?
One of the videos I watched on it today was doing the math on how fast that guy had to be running. And they're like, it's physically impossible for him to cover this distance in this many frames. He had to be running like 70 miles per hour.
Yeah.
The stuff people figure out is so stupid.
I will admit on this though that the CG wasn't terrible. There were some moments where it was like, this is weird, but I actually like the spider actually looked decent. I think they did a good job with the animatronic there or whatever they used. And then like the stuff like the flying saw blade wasn't terrible. Like stuff like that actually looked decent.
I think the cornfield scene, the cornfield scene where it's flying through, um,
This is the new Call Guys.
laughs. Yeah.
This is the new Call Guys thing. We have a kid on every episode.
Oh
Go to bed.
my.
and put me to bed.
Okay, we'll go back upstairs. All right. I love you. Say bye to
Bye,
Joel.
Sora.
Bye, Sora. That's adorable.
She's wearing her axolotl
Night
jammies.
Yamies. Nice.
The scene where the saw blade is flying through the cornfield, I thought there were points in that where it looked, you could definitely tell it was CGI, and I'm like, ew, this is a little gross, but
Yeah. Like I said, it had moments of bad and a lot more moments of decent CGI.
yeah, I agree.
But once again, this is the late '90s when like stuff like The Matrix was out, and I mean, so the technology was there. So it just depends on how much money they wanted to put into it. Okay, so this movie has a whopping 28 audience score, 28% Rotten Tomatoes. Whopping. The popcorn bucket is literally on its side. So, my question to you guys is this an accurate score? If not, what should it be and why?
Well, I think you give Will Smith 30 and then you give everybody else like minus 10. So I think 20% is a pretty fair fair grade.
Okay.
I think this movie came out at the wrong time. Had it not been a summer blockbuster in 1999 when you had The Matrix, Toy Story, and there was another really big one that dropped that year, I think this movie could have done a lot better.
Toy Story
But
2. Toy
when
Story
did-
2.
When did Twister drop?
Twister's 96?
Is that earlier? I thought for some reason that came up.
96. Twister came out
96. Okay, well, I don't know what came out in
Um,
99.
Okay, so here we got summer of 1999. You got Deep Blue Sea. You've got Lawless. You've got Detroit Rock City, The Bone Collector, Lake Placid. Oh, what? There was another big one. It was oh gosh, dang it. Oh, Fight Club. Fight Club came out. Yep.
There we go.
So yeah, you're right. It had a lot of competition and a lot of good movies. It just was the wrong place, wrong time, possibly.
Man, 1999 was a hot year for movies, though.
It was. It was.
But I honestly, I think if this came out before, it does a lot better. And I think it gets a lot of hate because it came out that year that you had all these fantastic movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's as bad as what I remember it being, so I'm gonna go. I give it a 30. I don't think it's great, but I mean, it's not. It's rotten. It's pretty bad.
It's
It's
rotten.
definitely rotten. I'll meet you guys in the middle then. I'm gonna go 25. I think it's just subpar even for the type of movie it is. Like I said, has some good hilarious moments, and I'm probably gonna quote "Breath of Fresh Ass" for the rest of my life after watching this a kid.
The real question is, are you gonna watch it again?
No, I'm not
No.
watching this again.
I think
No
I
way.
could. I think I could watch it at
There's
least
no
one
way.
more time.
No way.
I love this series that we do on here because we have been on both spectrums already. Like it's been like we've had movies where it's like never gonna touch it again. We've had movies that yes, this is definitely the wrong rating for this movie. And then now we have something like, this that could be a toss up for just about anybody. Colton said the older generation is like, yeah, that's a good movie. And Skylar enjoyed it and he will watch it again. But I just,
I would, man. I like I said, I didn't hate it. It had its moments where I got a good chuckle out of it, and it wasn't. I've seen worse movies.
oh,
Last
yeah,
time I was on here, we talked about a movie that was way worse than this one.
it's true.
Not Power Rangers. Well, I mean, Power Rangers might have been up there. But
Um, no, yeah, I think, yeah, I don't think I'll ever watch either one of the movies you've been on with already.
I think of what movie I would rewatch that we have done in this series.
Oh, yeah.
well, you guys did Hot Rod.
Oh yeah, I would definitely rewatch that all the time.
Um,
I'd watch it tonight.
such a stupid.
You know what he's watching tonight? You got me thinking of all the movies we've done for this series. Definitely not watching Kong.
Oh Lord, Kong.
Um,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
I don't
think.
know. Yeah,
I have to go.
it's
We
been
have
a,
to
it's
go
been a
through
lot
the
of episodes.
archives.
It's been a lot of episodes since we've talked Certified Rotten. The nice thing is doing it every 10 episodes, we get a little bit of refresher going along as we fly through all these other episodes that we do. But yeah, I think Certified Rotten is probably my favorite of all the series we've done. Besides Rewatchable. Watchable's always good too. But
Because we get to watch a good movie.
no, most of it, a lot of the time, yes, we do. Let's see. So it was Batman and Robin. No, not watching that one again. And then we had Cannonball Run. That was the other one that,
Oh, okay.
and I would probably watch Cannonball Run again.
Oh man, I don't think I could.
I don't think it's the worst movie we've ever watched, but and then it was also Kong, and I definitely won't watch Kong again.
Oh no, I totally agree with that.
But yeah, so there you go, listeners. Wild Wild West, 1999, starring Will Smith. 28%
Go watch
on
it if
Rotten
you
Tomatoes.
haven't seen us and let us know if you think it's better than 30%.
I feel like this is definitely a movie Cam will enjoy.
Oh, he will eat this movie up.
I think so. I definitely think so. Cam, go check it out if you get a chance. It is on YouTube. That's the only other place I could find it other than buying it on Fandango. So, and yeah, I wish I could have had that money back.
Should have just rented it.
No, totally worth it. Totally worth it, to be honest, to have this conversation. So, Skywalker, anything else?
Yeah, sorry guys.
You're good.
just
good.
ran just ran to the Bastardos, so
The Bastardos.
the Bastardos.
Oh, yeah. Well, so I walk into work today and I look over and there's Roy standing there in a red Power Rangers t-shirt. And I was like, Roy, you go, you go to the Call Guys merch store, you could have your old Call Guys Power Ranger shirt. I was like, it actually looks just like that, but we got copyrighted for the 3 diamonds, so it only has 1.
Oh, did you guys really?
Yeah, Logan
Didn't know
couldn't do
that.
it. It's copyright infringements because he designed it exactly like the
Oh.
original design. So it's just 1 diamond. That's why it's just the 1 diamond on the other ones. So pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know. Guys, anything else?
I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. The next one, ISO Cam recommended. We talked about it last week. Jurassic Park 3. Colton's gonna watch all 3 movies. Skylar gonna watch all 3 movies?
I just watched him not that long ago.
That's true, you did. I will probably just watch 3. I don't know if I want to watch all. I think mid last year, probably about a year ago, I watched all of Jurassic Park up to Jurassic World. So, don't think I'll be watching all of them, but maybe 1, 2, and 3, possibly. We'll see.
You watch 1, 2, and 3 and just skip the Pratt movies because the only good one is the first
The
one.
first one, Jurassic World's good. The first Jurassic World is good. The second one, I would argue, is okay. The third one, yeah.
I would argue that it's okay.
Yes.
Hey, I want to talk about this movie, and I want to convince you that it's not as bad as you think it is.
There you go. That's Wild Wild West.
Nobody's
I'm saying
convincing
the same
anybody.
Skylar could convince somebody to watch it. I guarantee it. You go over to Roy right now and you say you should watch Wild Wild West.
Dude, he'd watch it tonight. I guarantee it.
I know, yeah, you probably would.
All I have to say is Selma Hayek's butt.
Breath of fresh ass.
He'd be quoting it for days.
Yeah, he would. Hey, you should do it just to see what he does. All right, let me get us out of here. Skylar got my plugs.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Call Guys podcast.
You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also watch us on YouTube. Just search for the Call Guys podcast or click the link in the description. Take you right to our YouTube channel where you can like, subscribe, and click the bell to get notifications for when we post. Hopefully you enjoyed the Meet the Hosts Calling the Guys episodes. As we record this, mine has not come out yet, but it will come out in the morning, Friday the 28th of June. So you guys will have to let me know what you think.
Oh, yeah. By the way, appreciate you, Colton. Like, if somebody could take my spot, it'd be Skylar. And then you threw me under the bus.
I might throw you under the bus in mine also. So
Oh, what the heck, guys? What did I do?
but not for taking over the Call Guys. It's more for me being the favorite child. You'll figure it.
You want to open a can of worms on the Call Guys podcast?
No, not really. That's why
I
we're
would
getting
love
out
to
of
hear.
here.
Let's Skylar, let's air some grievances.
Air them out right now.
Be the longest post credit scene.
Let me just cut here. Let me finish the plugs, then we'll go. Listen here, brother.
Brother.
I don't know where I was at, but yeah, if you listen to the Meet the Host episodes, let us know if you liked them. Send us an email, callguyspodcast@gmail.com, where you can send recommendations for questions of the pod, future episodes, what you want us to talk about, what you want to hear on the Call Guys podcast. Let us know if you ever want to come on and hang out with us and talk about something. So we'd love to have you, if we know you or we don't. You can also check out all of our social media accounts: Facebook, facebook.com/thecallguyspod, Instagram @thecallguys, TikTok @thecallguyspodcast, and be sure to go check out the merch store at goldenmojoent.com, where you can find merch for the Call Guys and all the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. And while you're there, go check out all those podcasts. You might find something you like. Paranormal, murder, books, football, the 80s. I'm going through them in my head very slowly. Yeah, any of the other podcasts, go check them out. And that is all I have.
We got a big one coming up here, Gunner.
We definitely do. July 15th interview with a very, very special guest. We'll be recording that here in a few weeks.
Get pumped.
I am pumped. I'm pumped. Also, check out Perfectly Pick Games, perfectlypickgames.com.
Bam.
Bam.
Love you, brothers.
You can have a stack of games like that behind you.
All the games.
All the games. Yep. Love you, brothers. All right. For all those out there in podcast land, see you next time.
Later. Bye.
Fresh.
See ya.
What is it, Gunner? Fresh breath of ass.
Breath of fresh ass.
There you
With you
go.
later.
What was the other line? It was
Breast of fresh air.
there you
Breath
go.
of fresh air, yes.
So funny.
I still think breath of fresh ass. That's so good.
Oh my.
Laughed out loud.
Hasta la vista. Who else is next? Anybody else got another sign off?
Read with you later.
I did that one.
Oh.
If you like what you heard and you heard what you
The
liked.
Call Guys.